a ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely true.
Sitting of a fat bitch on it. Okay, I'll tell you one. I lived in an apartment building in Minneapolis. Big old tandem building that was built in the 1910s. Big, beautiful apartments. And I happened to be the apartment manager along with my roommate. So we, cleaned up and did minor repairs and things like that. It had a basement with a basement apartment where probably the original, maintenance man lived, because you'd go down a staircase, there was a basement. Then you go down another staircase, there was a sub-basement where you could see the water heaters and the coal rooms and things like that. There was still coal in them when we moved in there. Then you went down a little tiny metal staircase to where the boiler was, the Freddy Krueger boiler, and there were 2 more coal rooms. When I would work down there, I wasn't scared, but it always felt like somebody was watching me. Just observing, not a malevolent presence at all. And I was fine with that. I'm fine with the spirit world being in our lives. I needed a hasp. That is a flat metal piece with like a little thing that goes through it that you can put a padlock through. And there happened to be one on a door that was not used, that was in the basement. The problem was there was a padlock on it. But I was like, well, I could recycle this. I wouldn't have to buy one. So I didn't have any bolt cutters, but I had a hacksaw. So I went down in the basement and I held onto the padlock, and I was sitting down there and I was sawing, trying to saw through the padlock. You know when someone comes up behind you, you can feel a presence. Suddenly I felt a very close presence to my body, and I was crouched down. Felt like someone came right up behind me, and in my left ear, a male voice yelled, "Stop it!" I almost shot through the ceiling. I thought it was our handyman, Brandon. Like pranking me. I almost crap myself, shoot up in the air, whirl around, no one's there. And I'm like, okay, I guess if you use that much energy to yell in my ear, you really didn't want me to do that. So I left that hasp there. I went to the hardware store and bought a brand new one. And when I moved out, that hasp was still hanging on that door. I hope nobody else tries to remove it. It really pissed off the old maintenance guy. And yeah, I've got a lot more stories about that building.